This one is the host to sample data and analysis. And this one is the depth counter to record the depth. Here's the cable, and we have a extension cable. And you can also directly connect the cable to the host. And this one is the winch. Is used to connect the probe, magnetic probe. And we connect the winch with this orange cable to the host to transmit data. And this one is the magnetic probe. And this one is the tripod. And when we test, we erect this tripod on the hole, top of the hole, and drop down this probe to the bottom of the hole. And if you need, you can put this pulley on the top of the pipe to protect the cable. Okay, after connection, we open the host and click sampling. And before test, we need to set in setting. We have project name, save path, tester, test company, and pile ID, test time. And what we need is the initial depth and the movement. Initial depth is, for example, we test from bottom to top, and we drop the probe to the bottom, and we need to input the depth of the bottom. For example, we have a 10 meters hole, so we input 10. And the movement is the interval when we during the test. For example, if we set 100 mm, that means we test 10 times in 1 meter. And if we set 200 mm, we sample 5 times in 1 meter. So most of the time, 100 mm is okay. And the test mode, we choose automatic record. So we don't need to record manually. When we lift the cable, and the equipment will automatically record the data. And the test direction. If we test from top to the bottom, that means when we drop the probe to the hole and we start to test, we choose top to bottom. And if we put the probe in the bottom first and then lift the cable, we choose bottom to top. And here is the pile diameter. We measure the diameter and input. And offset angle is the direction of the hole with the pile and then to the north direction. And span is the distance between the pile and the hole. And then is the unit. You choose what you need. And then is the depth counter parameter. We just use the default value, it's okay. Okay, after setting, we can start. and then we click sample. With sample, we can check if they have a value, and we can move the probe, magnetic probe, and check if the value will change or not. This is 3 value. Okay, if there's no problem, we can start new and input the name. Okay, then we can lift the probe. And you can see the data is already recorded. And we can see the magnetic value in time. And then we will lift to the top. We can click test completed. Okay, then we can check the data. And here is the example data. Okay, then we open. And in the test, we will bore a hole near the pile, and then the pile is the hole is always deeper than the pile. So in the interface of the soil and the reinforcement cage, the magnetic value will have an obvious difference. So here is the position of the cage bottom. We can see from the bottom, the value is similar, almost a line, near line, and then we need to come here. The result very fast. So here is the interface of the soil and the reinforcement cage. So this is the position of the cage. Okay, we click analyze, and here it displays bottom, and we mark bottom, and then click bottom. And here, because the value doesn't change from the to the top, so the top is from 0. So we can see the total. So we can see total length is 11.2 meters. And here we just have an initial check of the data. And in the test, most of the time we need to test 2 times and make sure that the 2 times data, they are similar. Okay, then after test, we use a USB disk to export data. Here is the USB port. And the transfer data. And export. And then data will export to the USB disk.